Did we do the mandala? We did.
Yeah. 4 hour
Okay.
reference.
Here we go. Tsenduk nasu maja gyuana. Okay, tsenduk means poison. And I looked up, sen also means arsenic.
Oh.
Okay, so general poisonous plants, but also specifically arsenic is sen. So I don't think you have to say arsenic, you just have to say deadly poisons or something like that. So in a garden of poison plants, in America we have poison ivy. We have a lot in New Jersey. If you touch it, you will get a rash on your skin. I don't know if you have in China this kind of a plant. It just grows everywhere, and if you go in the forest and if it touches you, this will all be red tomorrow. Okay.
And itchy.
Really
Yeah, and it itch like crazy for 2
Rains.
weeks, you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Choke gums.
and it's in New Jersey where I used to live. It's everywhere. You can't wear shorts in the forest. Yeah. Tsenduk naksu. Nak means a forest. Su means in. Maja means peacock. You can say peahen, but who says peahen, you know? That's a male is called peacock, the female is called peahen. Come on. 99.99999 is peacock. People talk about peacocks. Gyuana means gyua. See, don't confuse it with gyu. What's gyu? Cause. Gyua is a verb that it means to course. To walk on a certain path through a certain place again and again is gyua. Okay? So don't get confused. It's a verb. When it has a y after it, it's a verb. Frequency, I'd give it 1%. I'd give it a tenth of 1%. You could check, but gyua means, so it means they keep walking. Okay? In English, you just say they walk through the forest of poison plants. Mankit dumra lekpa zegirkyang. Man here is oshada in Sanskrit, meaning, medicinal herbs. So this is the Tibetan word. It became the Tibetan word for medicine. What's medicine Buddha?
Menla.
Yeah, menla, medicine lama. Okay. By Shaja Guru. Guru. It's not Buddha. It's a mistranslation. Manki Dumra. Dumra means, I made some notes. I gave you an arsenic lecture. Dumra, it appears a little bit of arsenic is good for you. Okay, so Dumra means orchard. Okay, so in the orchard of
Poisonous.
medicinal plants, this is the opposite. Okay, men means, I don't know, like lavender and basil and rosemary, like nice plants. Delicious, fragrant, nice plants. You have to get the reader into a fantasy world, you know. Lekpa Zegyurkyang, this Dumra, this garden, is this Ze means beautified, made beautiful. A slightly different spelling means leprosy.
Oh.
So be careful. Okay, Lekpa Zegyurkyang, so, and you can take some liberties here. Your text is the closest thing of anybody's to Rumi. You know, Rumi's a Arab? Persian, Farsi poet, and you know, some American who doesn't even read that language took the English and made it into a pretty English, and it's number 400 on Amazon. That's like 1/10 of 1/10 of 1/10 of 1/10 of the books on Amazon. Okay, so your book should be poetic. You know, good luck. Okay, so even though they're walking through a stunning garden of delight, you know, I don't know. That's your problem. Maje Tsognam Gara Mingyurki. Here it becomes plural. The Maje Tsok means all the peacocks, the group of peacocks. Gawar Mingyur, they don't like the medicinal plants. Gawar Mingyur. They don't they don't like the sweet smelling, what do you call that? Vitamins are, what's a vitamin do for you? Nutritious. They're not interested in them. Okay? Gyergi. Tsenduk Chuki Majetsoatar. They live off. So this soa is Rakshita, means they live off of. They live off of. And it's interesting that your author has used his name here. His name is Chukitso or something, Dharma Rakshita, right? So he has used the word Rakshita here. Okay? Tsenduk Chuki Maja. I wonder if there's a Sanskrit for your text.
I was just wondering.
I've never heard of such a thing, but it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
We should look for it, maybe.
In the Kangyur,
It won't be in the Kangyur. But see, it was given to Atisha by his Lama. And I doubt that he had a Tibetan Lama. The Lama's name is Dharma Rakshita. So Dharma Rakshita would be interesting to try to find an original Sanskrit. I've never heard of one, but there may be one. I assume it was written in Sanskrit. I don't know. What's that?
Which text are you talking
This text, his text, the Crown of Knives. Crown of Knives was probably written in Sanskrit, although I've never heard of such a thing.
I was thinking of the story that you translated previously, though, from the Jataka tales. Does that still exist in Sanskrit?
Don't know. I don't know. Karma Vibhanga. You'd have to check. Majat Soa. So this Soa means they live off of. They feed on the Tsenduk. Tsenduk means the, poison, deadly poison. Chu means the essence of something. It's BCUD. We've had it in the expression Nuchu,
Silver. No, that's cool.
the vessel and its contents, which is a philosophy term for the world and its people. The pot and its contents. Okay. It also comes in the word chulen.
Oh, taking the essence of.
Yeah, that's where you're meditating a lot and you live off of the tiny pieces of flour. Like you eat one every day, and that's all you eat. It's called. So chu means, so that gives you a feeling for chu. Chu means this, the inner essence of a food. In Ayurveda, you eat a banana, then here it gets broken up into parts, and then here it gets mushed together, and then here it gets mushed more, and the acids start working on it, and then it goes into your intestines, and then some chakra pulls out the chut, which in a whole banana is about this much of really good stuff, and that spreads through your body, and the rest goes out as poo-poo. So that's true, okay? So they live off, not just off the poison, they live off the essence of the poison. They enjoy that. Bao korwe naksu jupana. When warriors enter the forest of samsara, okay, deki belki dumna zegyu kyang, there may be this beautiful garden, of glorious bell. Deki means pleasant things, pleasant situations, pleasant people, pleasant experiences. But you can tell what's coming, right? Kyang, Paladani Chapa Mingyuki, the warriors don't have any desire for those pleasures. Dunga Nasu Semba Toyin. Semba here means Changchu Semba. Bodhisattvas live off of the poison in the forest. They live off the forest poison, okay? Powerful beginning to your text.
Okay. You would translate dunya as poison there?
Oh no, just suffering, pain. They live they prefer the forest of pain to the pleasure garden. So now he's got two places. Forest is like, I don't know, is there a word that's wild forest? Like brambles and...
Well, jungle.
Oh, forest is.
Jungle's not bad. It means a crazy forest, like you can hardly get through it. Okay, is a knot. So they give that up. They give up the Dumra, the nice manicured English garden, and they go for the wild forest. Here's the explanation. Shepe parki lung selne. Lung means here, the Lama is simultaneously giving them a lung for the root text. So tsel is honorific. He granted us a lung up to this point in the text. Par. He granted us a lung. Deyam majanam. And then he went into the meaning of it. So first he'll sing it, the Lama will go like Chendu nasu maja gyuwa na mingyu dumra leban zegyur gang, and then everybody's supposed to listen. And he gave a lung for it. And then he went into the meaning. Deyam majanam chendu nasu gyuetse. When peacocks are running around a wild forest, there must be a word, which is made of poison plants. It's full of poison plants. Mengi dumra metoton dubu debu sokit zepa jitsam yukyang. There may be a pleasure garden of medicinal plants that has stunning flowers and tree trunks and fruits, debu, etc. They may be beautifying that place. But no matter how much there is, jitsam yokyang, but no matter how much there is, they don't take any pleasure in the nice things. They don't take any pleasure in the nice things. Tsenduki, chuki, majaranki, luki, taktang, sok, gepa chepena. The essence of the poison is what gepa chepa, is what causes their plumage to
spread or open.
What's another word? Flourish, or yeah.
That is
It feeds their plumage. Okay. Gepar, say, trakdang. It should be tradang, I think. I think this is misspelled. I'm just gonna put a note. Okay. I mean, it could be dark, but I'm not sure. Anyway, tra means their brilliant plumage. Their brilliant plumage. Their brilliant feathers on their body. Okay. Chepina, therefore, they need dupe gonetsu. That's all they really want. So deini, again, it refers to something that came before. It's that poison, that they really want. And therefore, they seek it out. They ignore the pretty things and they go for the difficult situations. They're more interested in Syrian refugees than they are interested about coffee shops in America. I mean, they don't want to. They're attracted by trouble spots. Gonet sushin, soar chepa, and they live off it. They seek it out and they feed off it. They feed from that. Soar chepa. Shindu, just like that, comma, here we go. Rangni yawar torne, chichi sanjakitin konar. We had yawar door. We had this idiom. I'll tell you where it was. Somebody was accusing the Buddha of, in your text. Yeah, ignoring people. Yeah, just dump them, ignore them. Just because the lotus only opens, which is ripe, when the sun comes up, doesn't mean Buddha doesn't want to help everybody. Then they don't reject people. They don't ignore people. This is Yawador, okay? Here, Rangni Yawador.
They themselves. They reject their own needs or something?
Yeah, when they ignore somebody, they ignore themselves. They ignore themselves. Ni means themselves. It's accent, themselves. It's themselves that they ignore.
Uh-huh.
Neglect. They neglect themselves. Okay. Technically, in Buddhism, you don't have to. You're supposed to be a win-win. But in the Lojong text, to counterbalance our natural tendency, you overdo it. You say you should ignore yourself. But really, in Buddhism, we're trying to make you and others happy equally. My Lama said, you're supposed to save all living beings. You are one of them. Okay. Rangni Yawadone, Chiche Semjeki Dun Konar. Whatever they do, Chiche, everything they do in their life, is only for the sake of other beings. Semjeki Dun Konar. Okay. Chupe Kibu Namni. People who act like that, Chupa, people, that's what we call warriors here. That's what the text is calling a warrior. Okay, Pawanam. Denam Korwin Naksute, and they like to hang out in the wild forest of samsara. Okay, Korwa Dini Durchashidan Timusungin Naksangsing Chikpanam. Mitowan Satabar. Nam Mitowan Satabar Yupater Pawantani. Korwa Dini. And what is this samsara like? Well, it's tick. There's a word here I don't know. Anyway, I'll read you what I do know and then we'll go to that. Tikpa is the word in colloquial Tibetan for sexual intercourse. Okay, because your limbs are tied together. Okay. Here it means sangsing. Sangsing means tangled branches of the plants are, so it's like a wild forest. He's trying to say wild forest, where all the branches are. Sangsing also refers to crazy hair. Tim's hair on a bad day. It's called sangsing. It's like every hair is like this. Okay, that's called sangsing.
Do you think wilderness is a
Huh?
wilderness?
Wilderness is good, yeah. I like that. Sangsing, nak means forest, right? What are the tangles? What are the plants that are tangled there? Okay, what does the tikpa in? It's decha shedan and timuk. It's your three animals. Yeah, here's the same language. It's desire, anger, and ignorance. Okay, are tangled in that forest. Okay. I don't know what this Nammitowatsitabar. Yeah, but I gotta look it up, okay? So let's look up GNAM. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to say. That's a province. It means the sky. It means the heavens. Okay.
Oh, it's so tangled you can't see the sky.
Oh, you're right. That got you like a half of a real kiss. Yeah, that's great. You did it. So tso here means to the extent. To the extent that you wouldn't be able to see the open sky. Okay.
Cool.
That's nice. That's nice. So tangled that you couldn't see the open sky. Tabur, yupater. And when those warriors, what's Dagni Chenpo in Sanskrit? Mahatma. Mahatma. Okay. Particularly good today. When those holy beings.
Is that Mahasattvas, basically?
No. No. When those warriors who are holy beings enter the forest, okay, Jukpe say, Deki Nyen Kur Nyen Dak Soki Bel Punsun Sopa. They see Punsum Sopas, Atishas. They see wonderful things. You know, when they enter the forest, they see wonderful things. What? They see Deki. Deki means happiness. Easy life. Okay? They see Nyekur. People are making offerings to them and giving them respect. They see Nyendark. They become famous as a great teacher. Okay? The happiness, gain, and fame, etc. They see these glorious things, okay? And they turn their back on them. Okay, they see these flowers, Metoki Dumra. They see this garden of blooms, Zepa Dandawa, which are like a beautiful flower garden. They see the happiness, the potential for an easy life, gain, and fame, etc. They see those things as being like a beautiful flower garden, okay? Jitsam Tongyang, and the more they see, they will they will think about the problems, nimik, of those flower gardens. Fame, easy life, being respected and honored by people, having people make you offerings. When they look at it, they start to see problems. All they see is problems. The more they look at it, the more problems they see. And they kong to chu, okay? Kong to chu means they get it. In colloquial English, kong to chu means, oh, he got it, okay? They grasp how, tsu, it just leads to suffering. Debu Dungyal Jung means literally the result of suffering will come. They see how fame, gain, pleasure, how they, in the end they just all lead to pain. They see it. They see it. Okay, therefore, like Dar, a peacock who's not attracted to a pleasure garden of, sweet-smelling plants or something. They have no attraction to it at all. Mingyur. Okay. And then here comes the opposite. Korwana dungyal jitsam yeba, the more trouble there is in samsara. Okay. Like the peacock who wants to long chupa, they want to experience the poison, the arsenic, shindu, like them. Changchuki chupa yonsu zope troksu kir. These problems of samsara become troks. Friends, they become companions to fulfill their bodhisattva aspirations. Okay, the more trouble they get, then they just become friends. The troubles become friends. Oh, now I can be a bodhisattva. I have some problems. Yeah.
When they say travel here, do they mean like inside?
Inside and outside. Inside and outside. Yeah, doubts, bad publicity on the internet, everything. They just see it as, oh wow, now I can be even more beautiful. If I eat this, I will be even more beautiful. Give me some more. Give me some more. Don't give me the fame and the pleasure and what's that? No, here it means the activity of a bodhisattva.
But it fulfills.
Yeah, it just makes their bodhisattva's way of life even more beautiful, even more complete. Yongsu-dzogpa. It completes their aspirations to be a bodhisattva. I just mean, here it's not DP, it's SP. How Bodhisattva acts.
Okay.
It's the icing on the cake
Uh-huh.
for their Bodhisattva
Yes.
activity. Okay. Now, care is a verb that you guys should all learn. What is that? Let me look it up. There's one care I want to give you. In Tantra, so I'm going to restrict myself to Tantra. Okay, this is a difficult search field. So I go to Tantra, which is huge. All this work Nick did, 120 deities or something. Okay, and I'm going to go to Vajrayogini. Here, I'm going to just restrict myself to the Vajrayogini literature. Okay, Lam Kyer here that I'm searching for means it's a care means to carry a burden, but there's an idiom that means using a problem as a path. Okay, turning something bad into a path, and that verb is care. And it's so there'll be the syntax is this. Ready? Normal thing, holy thing, care. Normal thing, holy thing as care. It means turn a normal thing into a holy thing. And there's a famous tantric example, which is here. Kusum Lam Kyer. Okay, Kusum Lam Kyer. You turn death, the bardo, and rebirth into 3 parts of tantric practice. So those are the worst things that can happen to you in life. Death, bardo, and rebirth. And then in Tantra, you learn to transform them into a divine experience. And we kind of did it in the Lamrim with the stages of the death, right? So I was setting you up for a tantric practice later. Okay, where you turn those 3 into a path. Okay, it's called Lam Kyer. Okay, so
This is
this.
distinct from the, was it Svatana? That talks about a thing that,
No, it's the same verb.
it's the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same thing in the way you can interpret the lower middle ways version of emptiness. That if things are coming 50% from me, then I can turn a problem into a path.
So you translate it into turn?
You can say transform. You could say use, and that's kind of more sexy, you know.
Use problems as a path.
Because then you're not even referring to them as problems. You know. And I had an interesting thing in my life. Like Rinpoche trained me really, really hard to use problems as paths. And then when I went to work, 19 years, every time I had a major problem, like, I don't know, there's a shortage of emeralds in the world, you know, or something like that, and I had a big order, then I would do some crazy thing. Instead of getting upset, I would try to turn it into some kind of advantage. And then people would accuse me of setting up the problem. They'd say, "Oh, you had this in mind, you know, you created this problem, so you could do that." And I'd say, "No, my Lama taught me to take a problem and turn it into a profit, like the gold and diamond story, you know. That's Lam Kyer. That's called Lam Kyer." And then people would often accuse me of setting it up. And they'd say, "You set this up." I'd say, "No." Okay.
There was no internet yet to set it up.
Yeah, so those bodhisattvas, these high beings, you can say high being for Mahatma, they live off Sor Chepa. They feed off. Shepa means what?
So it says.
That's what the verse is saying.
Yeah.
That's what the verse is saying. Shepa. I should give you a big cursor, right?
Yeah.
A grandma cursor. I'm going to see my mom. I'm leaving today to see my mom.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, Shippo. Didaki kapsu chanchen samba dagni chembo kurwen nesa nekyang. Yeah. Now, tsul in a transcript means our Lama talked about how blah blah blah. And it implies that he's not giving all the details. Okay? So our Lama spoke about how blah blah blah. But then he'll just have one sentence. And it means the Lama went on about it for a while, and I'm not writing it all down here. We talked about it once before. Okay? So in a transcript, in a report of what a Lama said, tsul means he went on about. Okay, yeah, he waxed on about. He went on about how didaki kapsu in this context. So that's a useful expression, right? In this context, in this situation, didaki kapsu. Okay, of these, I would say of these lines of verse. Okay, in this context, these great beings, Changsem Dangni Chembo, Korui Nesu Nekyang, even though they remain in the location called samsara, korwa pa mayan.
They're not samsara-ers.
Yeah, good. I'll kiss you, but you always have beard on. But they are not samsara-ers. They are not inhabitants of some. They live in samsara, but they are not. That's not their place. They're not. Yeah.
Residents?
Yeah, good. See, it's supposed to be a little funny. The sentence is supposed to be a little funny. They live there, but that's not their place.
They say like in the world.
They're not citizens.
Yeah, Ben said in the world, but not of the world. But, if you want to get poetical. Rangzai Tsenipa Nam Ki Togme Ta Minjok Ching Tan Jopa Yin Sudan. Then he too.
He waxed poetic.
Yeah, he went off on another point, but I'm not going to give you the whole point. I'm just going to tell you what the general idea he was talking about. Meaning, he went on for half an hour about it, but he talked about Rangre, people like us, the monks who were there, Senyipa.
Yeah, us definitioners, the guys who study.
Yeah.
Us monks who study.
As opposed to,
Lamrimpas.
yeah, so there's two kinds of students, two divisions of students, Lamrimbas, those that need an easy presentation, and then Senyipas, those who can do a logical presentation, meaning a technical presentation. And Senyipas are supposed to be better, because we're Senyipas. Okay. How would I translate it? I wouldn't say logician. It's more like scholar as opposed to, well, I don't want to say that.
Yeah,
That's up to you. You guys figure it out. You know what I'm talking about. People who are not afraid of a technical explanation of emptiness, as opposed to people who need to hear something simple with a pen. That's the difference. Okay? And then Senyipas can go farther. Okay? Senyipas. Nam ki korla tok meta minjok. We cannot establish a tok meta to korwa. You tell me.
we can a definite end to samsara.
Tokma.
A beginning.
Yeah, there's no beginning end.
Yeah. There's no
It's endless in the beginning. It's endless in the end. Also. Well, I'm sorry. Oops, I made a mistake.
the other way,
Yeah, Togme Tamin joke. We cannot say that there was a beginning to samsara. There's no past limit to samsara. But, and Tameta joke.
And there's no end.
No,
Oh,
joke.
no, there is an end.
Yeah, there will be an
Yeah,
end to
there will be,
samsara.
yeah.
Okay? There's no beginning to samsara, but there will be an end to samsara. And in Tibetan, you can use Ngungita and Chimita. You can use the word end both ways. There's no beginning end, but there is a future end.
Infinite.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can get that. Maybe in English it's just easier to say there's no beginning and there's no end, but there is an end. Okay.
Probably easier.
So he talked about that, why he went off on the subject of samsara, because he was on the subject of why these bodhisattvas are living in samsara, but they're not samsaric beings. Okay. Ning ma wa gashiki tokme sangye kundu samba deni dambo tugyu ma leba shik yimbala jishik na tugyu lepe kyambayin she tokme ta shik ten ki kelang ye kyang rang nukla tokme tani namdu yang shatami rung tu so kieper katso, okay, and he went off on in detail. So again, he's not going to give all the details, but he's going to say, the Lama did go off in great detail. He just blah, blah, blah in great detail about how Nying Mapa,
The old school.
so there's 4 schools in Tibet and there's 4 ancient schools in India. They are not the same, right? So the 4 schools in Tibet are Kagyu, well, in order of when they happened, Nyingma, Kagyu, Sakya, and Gelugpa. Okay, so these are the 4 Tibetan Buddhist schools. And some of the first school, the old school, they're called the old school.
Old Trumbull.
Is it usually pa, right?
Yeah, but I think there's a grammar rule that 3rd syllable should be wa. Like
Oh,
a person from Lhasa is called Lhasa wa.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah, you just gave me a counterexample. I would go check the carving or something. Okay, but it's possible. Somebody can look it up in Gopher and see how many Nying Mawas there are. I don't know. Gashiki, some of them, some Nying Mapa say, Tokme Sangye Kundusambo Dini, the first Buddha of all, Tokme Sangye. Okay, the first Buddha of all Buddhas. Okay, Adi Buddha, probably something like that. His name is Kundusambo. I mean, that's the same word, yeah, I'm not sure. Kundusambo. When you're not sure of the Sanskrit, you make it an epithet. The totally pure one. Deni, Dambo. Now we need to look at the word lepa. Okay, lepa. Lepa means infected by. Infected by. It's always something bad. Like lepa by HIV virus or something like that. Okay. It means infected by.
5 to 1,513.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, but there are 5. Probably it's miscarving. Tugyu means, Tugyu is it's the use of gyu as something that would make you to blank. Dogyu yomane means there's no reason why you should go. Literally, yeah. So here, there was nothing to mess up their perceptions. Okay? Tugyu, something that would cause him to be mistaken, is tugyu. Okay? Tugyu malepa. What's that mean?
Something that would cause you to be infected?
Malepa.
Or not
There's
infected?
nothing.
Yeah, they claim the first Buddha was perfect from the beginning. It's an interesting attack. And it has big implications for all of us, you know. Is there a being who was always perfect? Or is it the case that every perfect being started out as messed up? Okay? And it's encouraging to find out
They were all messed
they
up.
were all messed up, you know, and they became perfect. Okay, but some Yingmas are messing up. They're saying no. The first Buddha of all, he was not infected by anything that would make him mistaken. Okay, Dumbo, by any first mess up cause. Shik Yimbala, they say he is. Ji Shikna Tugyu Lepe Korwa Kyambayin. And they say anyone who had been messed up would still be wandering around in samsara. If someone started out messed up, then they are wandering around in samsara. Why are we talking about that?
Referring to the peacock?
Yeah, we're talking about bodhisattvas who enjoy living in New York or something. Or Taipei. Okay, they go for the hard places. They don't relax in Rimrock. Okay, Konora Kyamba. She Tome Tashi Dunki Kelang. Dunki. This is an idiom. Dunki means amounts to.
Okay.
It amounts to. Okay? If you say there was a Buddha who's been perfect from the beginning, then what you're really saying, Dunki means that. Okay? It's an idiom. Dun followed by instrumental. Dunki. Then what you're really saying is that Tokme ta yu.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
No,
He
Yeah.
has no beginning?
Yu.
there isn't.
Yu, not me.
Is
There's a beginning.
There is a beginning to samsara.
Right.
Right.
Okay? If you posit, if you say there was a Buddha who was pure from the beginning, then what you're really saying is that samsara had a beginning. Okay? Got it?
Right, because I had to start.
That
after
means you're
him.
not supposed to say that. Okay? That means we believe what?
that there is
No,
beginning
there cannot have been a
beginning.
beginning. There cannot have been a beginning. Okay. Okay, got it? Yin She, when they say that, okay, that, if you're wandering in samsara, if that Buddha had been infected by any cause of error, he would still be wandering in samsara, they say, okay? That's why they say he has to be perfect from the beginning. But we say, if you say there was a Buddha who was perfect from the beginning, then really what you're saying, Dunki, is that samsara has no does have a beginning. Okay? Kelang Yekyang, even though people like those few Nyingmas believe that, okay, accept that, Rang Lukla,
Our system.
yeah, our own system is Togmetani, a beginning to samsara, a beginning end to samsara, okay? Like a string, right? With a beginning end. Namdu Yang. Namdu Yang means never, ever. Okay? It's what Rinpoche used to say, never, ever. Rinpoche, you're gonna go see this movie, never, ever. Namdiyang means never at all. Okay, Namdiyang, Shak Mirung. It would be inappropriate to ever say that. Okay, it would be inappropriate ever to say that. Sul Sok Gepar Katsal. He went on at length about this subject, and the transcriber is saying, I didn't write everything down. But the point is here. And it's a beautiful point. And when I became a Buddhist, it was very encouraging, Everyone's been messed up. Shakyamuni was messed up. Shakyamuni told countless stories about his messed up days. It's like hearing Nick confess his barroom days. And it gives you more faith. It doesn't give you less faith, it gives you more faith, right? Yeah.
Is it in the open teaching this way or in secret teaching this a different way? They take
No, even in the secret teaching, he was messed up before.
If you would say that a Buddha was a Buddha from the beginning, wouldn't that imply that he's on caste or something like that?
Yeah, it would imply that. Yeah,
How do you know
that's also a problem.
Swamiji?
By the way, you guys, I was thinking about it. You guys should help each other after 4 o'clock today.
Yeah,
Get ready for Guadalajara.
we talked about
Yeah, like you should collaborate. Possibly you could even get part of the classes together. I don't know. It's up to you. But it's definitely, you could help each other get your presentation ready. And I think it'd be super sexy to teach it in Spanish and translate yourself.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that-
why you two in Guadalajara, and then
Can I
the
translate into other language?
yeah, and then you guys can do it in Thailand.
No, I mean we need to also need to translate
Well, you guys
Yeah,
will
you'll-
have,
you'll
you guys
have-
will have the thing.
You'll have that, but generally when we go to Guadalajara, it's Spanish, English, you know, on the stage. So I think it's always sexy when someone translates themselves.
Okay.
And you guys will do it you three guys will do it in Thailand, in Chinese,
Then you better learn your
in December. And then other guys will do it in English, and you'll translate from English into English in Diamond Mountain in October. Okay.
It's actually if you can do all three languages.
Some of the best talks I ever gave were in 3-year retreat because I had 6 months to think about it. You know, so if you have 6 months now to think about it, you could start taking notes to yourself, like make a file on your phone or make a file on the computer and things you want to talk about. And it comes out much sweeter. Did samne shenyen tenso dang tenzo da mitabe chungor ragrim shuar chawe de la thinking on don tinsam ki ni ki dambo la ne kang chi do chetso sachod chodukin yaman
Rim rock.
de lamta. What's that?
Rock rim.
Oh yeah, rimrock. Did samne means from this juncture, from this point in his teaching. Sam means, you know, in a retreat it means the retreat border. But in a lecture it means at that point in the lecture, at that juncture in the lecture. He took the opportunity to go off on some other subjects. Why? Oh, I guess he was talking about people who are messed up in the beginning and got enlightened later. Okay, so Did Samne, he went off on some Lam Rim subjects. But first of all, Lam Rim subjects, Shenyan Tenso. Shenyan Tenso, how to behave around, how to find and study with a Lama. Shenyan Tenso. Then he talked about Downjor, leisures and fortunes. Then he talked about Mitakpa, impermanence. Chunkor, Mitape Chunkor means subject here. Shukor means, it's not wheel of Dharma. It's a different spelling. Okay, Chukor means those topics, those Dharma topics. What? He named us 1, 2, 3. He named 3. How to behave towards your Lama, leisures and fortunes, and impermanence. Okay? Ragrim means not Gyepar, the opposite of Gyepar.
Not like, he didn't go into it.
Yeah, Ragrim means roughly. Ragrim means roughly. He gave just a sketch. In English, we sometimes say a sketch. He didn't paint it.
Cursory.
He just, sketched it out. Shuar chawe. He gave. De la tunging odang. Now, so I'm going to repeat a little bit of it. De la tunging odang tunsamni. You know tune because you have 11 tunes in your book. You're Looney Tune.
Pretty good, pretty good.
You have 11 tunes. Yeah, you have 11 sessions in your text, okay? So when you discuss Lam Rim, when you teach Lam Rim, you often divide the teaching in what to do during the tune and what to do during the tune sum. What's it mean?
What to do
On your cushion and between
off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so tungi ngolo means, this ngolo doesn't mean basic nature or something like that. It just means in the guts of a session. You know, like what do you do deep in the middle of a session, tungi ngolo, and then what do you do tunsam? What do you do in between sessions? You know, you eat and you read cereal boxes. And you sit half conscious on the couch. Niki Dambala. As far as meditation sessions, Dambala, okay. As far as on your cushion, you're gonna have to learn the Jorchu Du, the 6 preliminary practices. Okay. I won't ask what they are because I would embarrass everybody. including Nekong means the place where you are staying, the place where the cabin, the meditation cabin. Chidor means to clean up, straighten it up. Literally, it means to sweep and clean. But it means straighten up your meditation place before you start. So Lama went off on that. Tsul, he went off on that. Okay? So Nyamlen means those practical practices. Those practical practices. He gave them to us according to Delam. That's such a smart thing to do. Okay? And that's how our time trick 18 courses, the first 3 are Delam. We went through the whole Delam.
Publish that.
Huh?
You could publish that. You translated the whole
Yeah, you could publish that, but I'd have to clean it up. It would take me another year. Deje Sokshin Rana Timni Dunkin Nankar Rankin Lama Nankundok Chaluk Shubtang Sok Yunki Nekap Tarnga Parsap Tamnek Dena La Kentoki Longok Sul Sok Tang.
It's 8:30 Geshe-la.
Let's finish this sentence. Geshe-la always says that.
One more, right?
La ultima cosa.
Yeah, Deje. After that, okay,
Go to Merrifield.
Sokshin means
The garden of good karma.
the visualization of all the lamas, okay, in all those rows. Sokshin, Rangla Tim. This is a Jepa Bongo Soyepa from Tim, which we had yesterday, with the order of the Sankhya presentation of how Prakriti produces all these guys, and then you're supposed to Tim them back.
Dissolution.
Yeah, dissolve into you. Tim, but here it's
Imperative.
dissolve them. It doesn't, it's not they dissolve. It's you must dissolve them. Okay? Bring them into you, is what it says. You see? Bring them into you. And then Dunkin Nankar, in midair in front of you. So it's Namkar here, I like to call it midair instead of space. It's not really space in front of you. It means in midair. Standing in midair in front of you is your lama. Then he described lamas. He described the kundok. Kui
Body?
Is it the Chuki?
kadok.
Oh,
Kadok.
the color of the body?
Yeah, ndok or kadok without the prenasal both mean the same thing. Okay, color. And here he described the color, maybe blue, maybe red, maybe white. And their chaluk means what do they have on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Shuktang, how are they sitting? There's tongue, we had it before,
The method.
the horse thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it means manner. We had zintang, which means how do you hold the object when you're having the first link? How do you hold the object? But here, it's a different verb. Shuktang means how are they sitting? Which foot is up, which foot is down, which hand is down, where their finger. How are they, what's their posture?
Wow.
What,
What is their manner of sitting?
there's another word for it in English.
Repose?
Just, yeah, that's kind of cool. Just
Anyway, you figure it out. So, etc., details like that. Gyunki nekaptar ngepar sel tabne. You should visualize. Sel tab means visualize them as they usually are. Okay? As they usually sit. Like if your lama tends to, lean one way, you make them that way. But don't have a kintoki lo.
no faults.
Yeah, don't have a state of mind where you imagine, tok with no S,
Got faults.
that they could ever have any personal faults. Gok, stop that state of mind. Stop that tendency. So okay, visualize them, leaning the way they usually lean, but don't think they have any human faults. Okay. So
He went on.
he went on in the so
And stuff like that.
and other details, but I'm not giving you. Okay. So he went off on the Lam Rim a little bit. He's not coming back to By the way, then he's going to wrap up the first session, and without getting to more of our text. Okay. Then he reaches the Chutunipa, the second session. And it's not till here that he's going to go to the next verse of the root text. Okay. So we're going to have a bit of discussion, probably about Lam Rim, before we get there. Okay, before we get to the next verse. But luckily, he started off with a bang with the crucial points. So to me, you're set for Golhara. Okay. Shi puki joshi meto tam rira bingshi ninde genpali sage shindu mikte uwargi roku namdak shila juparsho inam guru ratna mandala kamirya dayami Di Gewo Kun Sanam Yeshe Tsozo Shin Sanam Yeshe Le Chungwe Dambar Kuni To Barsho